Hey everybody, it's me. I just wanted to give you guys some updates while showing you a video of one of my favorite rides in Okinawa. After the series I did with Cheryl and Gary, I wanted to take a slight change in the way that I normally do these videos and just go back to the way I used to and just give you guys some updates on how things are going, ups and downs. I know it probably looks pretty perfect in a lot of the ways from the videos, and I don't want you guys to think that everything is perfect, because this is meant just to be, a blog for friends and family and anybody else who's really interested in how it is transitioning over to a military life from a civilian life, especially in our, middle age, me and Shayna. I know it probably looks a lot better due to the way that the videos are edited and put together than it really is. Not that it's bad at all. It's actually good. I think it's been better for our family overall. It's been better for me overall, I think, to be out here and to be experiencing all this. I did, for the longest time, feel a little bit stifled in Maryland. Just kind of stuck, not in a bad way, but kind of routine. And I like that things here are a little different, a little slower in a lot of ways. A little more packed. I think that's just because we do so much, but yeah. So, updates on me. I got a new job. I'm working as the clinic manager for the orthopedics department at U.S. Naval Hospital, Okinawa. It's been fun. It's been good. I like the crew that I work with. They're a lot of good people. They're very ambitious. They're very smart, and they're very competent. All of them, from all the corpsmen to the doctors to the staff at the front desk. Everybody's it's a good team. It's a good team dynamic, and they're a lot of fun, and they're very funny, and it's been a good time. The kids are doing good. Clark has really good grades right now, which we're really proud of. He seems to start every semester off doing poorly, and then digs himself out of the hole through a lot of determination, effort, but he's doing really good, especially come the end of this year. He'd been into wrestling lately, and he's been doing good. He was never the biggest into any sports, but he's actually doing really well. He's getting second and third place in a lot of little tournaments we're going to, so that's good. And him and Shane are going to go to their scuba diving class this weekend, so I'm excited for them to experience scuba diving. That's fun. Mara's been doing gymnastics, always doing good in school. It's been hard for her sometimes to keep her friends, because she's very strong-willed, but I think she has a really good friend, at least, that she's always visiting with. She's looking to do, I know she mentioned ASA, dancing and drums. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. It's an Okinawan thing. They have these classes where they can teach you to do ASA, EISA, I think is how it's spelled, and it should be fun if we can get her into that little class. I think we're going to try and do a summer thing for her. And Shayna's going to be doing summer dragon boat racing, I think. So, after the big tournament and everything, she got to go see her team and all the other teams and everybody competing out there. It was really cool. So, I wish I could have gone. It was an all-day thing, and it was rainy as heck. But yeah, I think she'll enjoy summer boat dragon racing. We have been traveling a lot, so we've kind of been taking the last 2 months of kind of off to just chill and relax and recuperate here, especially after our big trip to Japan, which was a ton of fun. It was a ton to see. We saw and did so much. Stressful times, especially with the trains, and just human nature in general. Everything's stressful when you're in a combined space even with people you love for that long. It can get a little, not that anybody was angry, but I think we were a little bit poking a little too much fun sometimes, but it was still really good. Friendships I've been making out here. I have a couple good friends out here, and it's been nice. Not anybody that I hang out with on a regular basis. Brock is probably the one guy. He's my neighbor, like across the. We have like a little common court behind our houses, and he's one of the houses that's right directly behind mine. And we go fishing every week pretty much. We're going on a fishing trip around my birthday. We're going to be just going all around the north end of the island. Hopefully I can get some good video. I'm looking for a new mounting device so I can get some good video, because the wrist strap I have is just obnoxious. So hopefully I can get some good video of us doing that, and I can post some of killing a bunch of fish, because I've caught a lot of fish lately, and that's been cool. Some pretty big ones. We're getting better. We're getting more skilled, and it's been a lot of fun. It's very mindful for me. It's a huge boon to my mental health, getting out there in the ocean 2 hours or so at a time and just diving down and finding fish. And even if I don't kill anything, just getting out there and seeing turtles and barracuda and stingrays, and saw a dead shark corpse floating around the other day. That was kind of weird. But you know, just seeing cool stuff in the water and getting to feel one with nature. And like, you know, I took Clark out snorkeling the other day, and you could just hear all this cracking in the water. And he's like, "What's that?" I was like, "That's just the crabs. You can hear them. It's kind of cool." And like, you just hear this crackling everywhere, and you're not sure what it is until you figure out what it is. And it was cool because I was pointing out different animals. I was like, "Look, these are the clams, and they're not like normal clams because they're inside the rocks." And he was like, "Oh, that's so cool." And some big fish swam by us, and it was just a lot of fun. We were only out for like 15 minutes, but he really enjoyed it. And I think that's really cool. It's really nice going out with my family to just experience it. And when I go out by myself or with Brock, or not by myself, I always go with my partner, but when I go out with Brock or other guys, and it's just so nice to get out there with no music, no worries, no cell phones, no nothing, just a watch and you're just out there for as long as you want to be. It's really nice. So that's a good friendship. You know, I have a motorcycle buddy out here who I haven't ride around with too much. He works a lot of nights, and it's hard to get a hold of him, but you know, we hang out sometimes, and it's good when we do. There's one of the guys that I work with as well. He's expecting a baby soon, and we get to hang out with them, you know, occasionally as well. And it's nice. You have friends, but they're not like, you know, it's been nice just being able to hang out with people and you know, go places and meet up in groups and things like that. So the relationships have been good. The only real downsides, I mean, there are some downsides, and it's been tough, like sometimes not having the same support. You know, we never really relied too heavily on the support system, I don't feel. But you know, it's hard to even just find babysitters out here. You know, luckily Clark's at the age where me and Shani can go out to dinner by ourselves, and he can sit with Mara, and you know, they'll fight the whole time, but you know, we know that they're at least safe. So we're at that point, I think, in our journey through life. But other than that, like the weather here, it can be really hit or miss. We went to a retreat this weekend. It was a really beautiful place, but we only got to sit out by the pool for a couple hours because it was just raining and thunderstorming all weekend. Luckily, it was a beautiful hotel, and there was stuff to do still. Mara got to paint a shisa and do some other stuff, but it was a very I don't know. I don't want to say underwhelming, because I don't want to undersell, because it was a beautiful place and the pool was nice, and you know, like I said, me and Clark get to go snorkeling, but it just rained most of the weekend. And that's the thing here. It rains more in Okinawa than anywhere else in Japan by like a significant amount. So here it's raining, it feels like 50% of the time. The 50% is not raining is fantastic. But trying to plan things, looking at the weather, you can't. Like, you can't trust what it's going to say the next day. You can't trust what it's going to say the next 2 hours. You really just can't trust the weather, which is kind of frustrating because, you know, you want to plan a day at the beach and you don't want it to be rainy, or vice versa. The traffic out here is kind of miserable. Unlike the rest of Japan, they don't really have trains. There's like one monorail that goes like, I don't know, a quarter of the island's length. And even when you have to like drive to park at the structure to like take the monorail, and all the structures are continuously full, so you can't even park at them. So it's kind of a useless thing. I wish that the public transportation was better out here. I wish they had trains, but they have buses, and so we just end up driving everywhere and trying to fight for parking, which is also nearly impossible. That's like the biggest frustration about being here. But you know, all things said, it's not that bad, to be honest. So, but this is our life, and we're making the best of it. And like I said, it has been tough at times. It's our new normal. Our place that we're living at is definitely a smaller space than we had in Maryland. We went from, you know, nearly 4,000 square feet with a garage and and a backyard. Well, we have a backyard here, but with a garage and everything, to, you know, under 2,000, probably closer to 1,500 square feet, no garage. Like, it's kind of, it kind of, you know, it's fine. I mean, we're making the best of it again, and I love this change, and I love that we're able to downsize and make the best of our space. Maybe I'll give another tour of the house at some point, just to show the things that we've done, the progress we've made, and the changes we've done, you know. And it's a pretty cool spot overall. I think it really is. It's been rewarding, in general, though. Our core support systems are pretty good. The military always backs each other up. If we need to go away for a weekend, or if somebody else does, we can watch their animals, or they can you know, always look out for our stuff, make sure everything's good. So it's just a nice support. So, like, we've been fostering kittens, and like, we wanted to go away this weekend, and our neighbors, they just watched our cats. They came by like 4 or 5 times a day, made sure the kittens were good, and yeah, so it's nice you can do these things. But I think we're gonna do next month's update soon. It's going to be like, since Shayna's parents left, it's going to be, you know, maybe a bit of a longer one, maybe not. I don't know. We have done quite a few things here on Okinawa. Been to some festivals, and definitely gone out to some really cool beaches and other stuff. So we'll update that. But, you know, I just wanted to touch base a little bit about what's been going on in my/our life, and, you know, let you guys know, because that's the whole point of this, just so that, you know, you guys can keep in touch in this long distance way. It's pretty unique to our times, and I think it's pretty fantastic. So anyway, take care, and thanks for watching me ride my motorcycle around.